Hey folks, Ben from Snows here. Today we're comparing the sound output across various brands of 12 volt fridges.
Hit it.
So to do this, we pitched roughly a 60 litre fridge, and each brand used a free sound level app and measured the sound output next to the compressor on each fridge. Now, we don't have soundproof rooms or calibrated apps to be able to do this with, so we had to come up with our own testing method that gave you some idea how each of these fridges compared. So our method was to grab a fridge from each brand that was roughly 60 litres, or as close to 60 litres as we could get in each of these brands. Some of them were bigger, some of them were smaller. And we use this app here, which is called Sound Meter by ABC Apps. It's a little free app, pretty handy, so a little shout out to ABC Apps there. And we placed this at the compressor end of the fridge on a table here next to the compressor where all these vents are, so it's measured in the same spot for each fridge. And we did this in a room that was in the back corner of the Keswick store here, as quiet as we could find it, where if we closed the door, the background noise sat at around about 20 to 24 decibels according to this app here. We couldn't get a flat sort of starting point. There's nowhere here we could do that. We're gonna lug all these fridges one by one, about 9 or 10 models we'll take up there, one by one up to that room, and we'll measure the output of each. So let's head up there now and get started. Now the first fridge was a Brass Monkey 60 litre fridge, which has got their own no brand compressor inside. Now they all have a bit of a spike just as we turn them on when the button or the switch is clicked. The Brass Monkey kicks in fan and compressor pretty much at the same time. This gets up to mid to high 40s. Next was the Engel Sour Fuji swing motor on this one. All the noise pretty much kicks in at the same time here. This will get up to sort of the high 40s. Next was myCOOLMAN, a 60 litre fridge once again with the myCOOLMAN blue compressor, their own compressor inside. This one kicks off with the compressor first and then the fan kicks in after. So we've got compressor noise and then the fan. There's the fan there, up to about 50, low 50s. Now it's the Evakool Travelmate, which has got the CCOP compressor inside. This makes a few funny little noises just as it gets started. Starting at the low 20s, click it on. That's the compressor noise we can hear now. And once again the fan kicks in to about the mid 40s. A companion Lithium 60 litre fridge, once again with a CCOP compressor here. Bit noisier, compressor and fans that kick off at the same time. There's the fan there. Up to the high 40s. Now the Dometic, this is a 55 litre fridge, this guy here. Now the fan kicks off first with this one and then the compressor kicks in later. So really quiet to begin with. And it's a bit of a wait until the compressor kicks in. There it goes. And it creeps up to the low 40s. This is the companion chest freezer. This is the first time it's got the LG compressor inside. It all kicks off pretty much the same time. That's fan and compressor together, up to high 40s. Next was Bushman. Now this is a 35 litre fridge. They don't make bigger ones. There's expansion things on the fridges to make them bigger. Once again, compressor and fan start at different times. It's compressor and fan. It's in mid 40s. The last fridge we tested was an Australian-made Evakool Down Under fridge. It's got a CCOP compressor inside, which is what we can hear first, and then the fan kicks in. So compressor's in line with the other fridges, but it is a big fan in this one and it does push the volume up a little bit. So there you have it, a range of fridges tested in as best a scientific manner as we could make it. And I'd say in our testing, the Dometic here certainly came out as the quietest. Whether that fan winds up a little bit more as it runs or warms up, I'm not sure. We'd have to test it sort of over probably 24 hours to do that. But hey, we're not claiming this to be a full scientific test, just a benchmark to start with. The output type of noise that they have is a little bit different too. I know my Engel has just kind of a hum in the background, and that doesn't come out as the quietest fridge in the test we've done here today, but I don't mind the hum that my Engel has in comparison to some of the LG or the other compressors like the Brass Monkey or the LG compressors in some of the companion fridges. Have a little bit of a rattle to it that's closer to what your fridge might sound like at home, so a bit of personal preference there. But then the other consideration is not the compressor noise, but there's the fan as well, and it's usually the fan in a lot of them that actually wound the decibels of the sound output right up. Now you could look at that in two ways, I suppose. A bigger, louder fan might be moving more air away from the compressor, hence assisting with the efficiency of the fridge. I don't really know how to test that. We haven't done that in this test here. I guess what I'm saying is I don't know if I'd make sound output the primary point of decision making that you would have when you're trying to buy a portable fridge. So I hope you found that useful, help you to make your decision when you're buying a fridge. And you can see all of these online at snowies.com.au, where we've got them at our lowest prices every day. If you've got any questions, let us know down in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel for all of our latest information, or check out some other fridge videos like this one down here.